Today I'm going to teach you how to create this super cute Scrump cookie, and this was inspired by a remint. So the materials you're going to need will also be listed down below, but you can also watch them here. So these are all the paints you're going to need. You're also going to need TLS and E-Group Polymer Clay. So this is optional, but you can also color your cookie with some chalk pastels. So you're going to begin with a small piece of E-Group Polymer Clay, and you're just going to roll it into an oval, but it should be pretty thick. So once you've done that, you're going to take another piece of clay and you're going to shape it into a rectangle, but the top two edges are going to be kind of pointy, and of course this is going to be Scrump's bow. So once you've shaped it, you're just going to place it on top of the oval you just made, and then you're just going to create a little half circle on the top of the bow to serve as the middle of it. So once you've done that, we're going to create the hair, and what I'm doing for this is just taking 3 coils, and remember the one in the middle should always be the longest one. And then you're just going to attach these coils to the bow. So you should have something like this, and I'm just texturing it with my toothbrush. You can get any toothbrush from the dollar store, and I'm also using a needle tool. So it's just to add a little bit more texture. And once you're happy with how it looks, then you can move on to the next step. So I'm using some chalk pastels, and the one I'm using is just this bright orange color, so just scrape some off and pick it up with your sponge. And you're going to very lightly dust the edges of it, so it has kind of that baked feel to it. So the next thing I'm going to do is add another layer of clay, and the reason I do this is because I don't like directly adding the TLS onto the cookie, because it kind of gets mixed up when you're doing something as detailed as this. So of course this is optional. I've seen some people that don't do this, and it does look alright in some cases, but this is just for those of you who are kind of like OCD like I am. But the next thing I'm doing is just adding the details onto the face. And for this I just rolled a coil. The mouth is probably the hardest part of this. Everything else is going to be pretty simple. So you can see I just added another layer of everything and added the details and the buttons. Everything should be pretty simple. And what I'm doing right now is the little dots that Scrump has on her bow. So once you're done with that, we're going to move on to the next step, which is adding the TLS. So I'm going to start with the blue, and this is the robin's egg blue. And you're just going to start putting it on there. I'm using my needle tool because I think it's a lot easier using this than an actual brush. It tends to stick to the brush and it'll come out like uneven, so I just prefer to use this, but like I said, you can use anything you'd like. So you're just going to keep repeating the process, mixing the TLS with the colors to get the cookie that you want. So now I'm doing the bow. And I'll do the hair. So the one thing I don't recommend you do the first time you bake it is the details on the eyes, because if you put them on, they're going to kind of like mix together and it's just going to be bad. Like I said, in some cases it comes out alright, but it tends to just smudge together. So I'm going to go ahead and bake this and show you once it's done. So you should have something like this. You can see it's all dry now, and what I'm going to do is just add the details with TLS. adding 4 dots on the other eye. If you did the indents the first time, you should kind of see where they're supposed to be. And then you're just going to go and bake this for 5 minutes, not the 15 minutes that you're supposed to the first time. And you should get something like this. So it's actually pretty simple, it's just kind of time consuming to make this. So this is how the front looks, and I also textured the back. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Bye!